Are we there?
Hey, everybody. How are you? Hey, Stone Sour, Alpha Trion on this Ice Mageddon.
Ice McGee.
Switch over. Hold on.
Joining us. John is there. So, greetings. Yeah, and that's ridiculous. It's amazing how people react to that so quickly. Like, I was at I actually needed cat litter. I was at the supermarket picking up cat litter.
Hey, Robert.
And it's a line all the way down the aisle. All the way down the aisle. There's no bread in the store. No, this is Kroger. No bread, no eggs, no milk, no toilet paper, no bottled water.
Hey, Renard.
It's like, what's wrong with you people? Seriously. And we're in Georgia. It ain't going to be that bad. Give me a break.
Hey, Phil.
Bill's, Robert.
Toys. You're gonna need just in case you're snowed in for a week. So
Una wants to know how long before GameStop is done for good.
You said that they were closing stores.
But the bottom line is, use video games.
Yeah.
You go, the new video. People used to line up around the store. They'd have tents out. You remember that?
Yeah.
They'd have tents set up like Friday night waiting for Monday morning releases. It was crazy. And we actually saw that in Illinois. And it was freezing out too.
Mm-hmm.
People in tents. It's like 10 degrees outside.
Just so they can be the
so
first
they can be the
to
first
have
one to get the
Amazon
game.
to get it to you.
And nowadays, do they even make them anymore? I mean, people order it to their gaming system.
Yeah.
And they buy it online. It's in the box.
Yeah.
Or
the cashier knew I couldn't work there because I don't
patchy. Are you having trouble?
Oh no. Oh God.
Oh yeah, look.
Oh yeah, we looking bad. I don't know. We have a extender that's not working. Trying our best. And still streaming here, freezing. Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Hello, Graphic Man.
Graphic Man is joining us.
Is it still freezing? Yeah, it's frozen.
No, well, it looks like it's clearing up
now?
a little bit better now. How does it look now? It could be. John says it might be the cold weather or coming storm. It's possible. I mean, you do whatever you can do.
Robert said, "Whatever new thing we're doing, it's making everything patchy." Yeah.
Box back some here. that gave it quite a boost for um, because that type of manipulation is evil.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, it's yeah.
Try and get off and come back on, see if we can do something if you want. Hey, David, how are you? People freak out about everything, it seems like. They do. But I don't know. What you want to do? Is it still patchy?
I don't know here. Let me see. Because I mean, if I had because now it looks like it's clearing up again.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. And we've had problems with the connection before with the stream with the because in the old location it was hard lined in, and now we have to use the Wi-Fi. And so that does create problems. That does create problems from time to time, unfortunately.
Legend said he had a co-worker tell me she was going to pray for me because I was going to. Monday, Georgia's kind of shut down, but not that we're shut down for weeks or anybody gets hurt, but that they just say the road is completely frozen on my end. Oh, okay.
I mean, I could try to break in. Oh, and Stone Sour made a donation.
Thank
for
you,
the
Stone
felines.
Sour.
Thank you, Stone Sour. Still taking care of 18 of them. I mean, if it keeps getting weird, I could try to open it up in the office.
Mm-hmm.
I could run up there and try to open it up in the office. There's
Okay.
Patrick.
Well,
And well,
oh,
I mean, just, I'll look and see how that looks if I can get the camera up there to even work.
oh boy. So we're having problems, as you can tell. And David is gonna go to where the internet is hard lined in and move um house we get the internet cut off. So what I Thank you for those that stuck around. As you know, we are having internet problems. David is trying to fix it. So we'll see if it comes back up. And I think David, yep. So David is here. Let's
Hi.
we've added him. So now David is upstairs in the office.
So
maybe
now
put my
we need
glasses
to
on.
see if David looks or sounds more clear than she does. Raccoon says 5 by 5, but who is 5 by 5? Me or LPH? So we get this resolved.
Yeah. So let's see. We got Richard is here, and we got another Richard. Richard Smith is here. We got Paul. Hi, Paul. And what's that? Lad 75. Okay, now Alpha Tryon says that we're coming in clear.
Okay.
And Old School is here. So anyway, go ahead. What were you saying, David?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I ran upstairs.
But I was telling.
I ran upstairs into the office, obviously, because there was some lag going on in the media lounge, and wanted to try to get it resolved. And even now, I'm trying to pull this up on the phone, and I'm having all kinds of issues. So I don't know what's going on the phone.
So it's still choppy?
No,
so it's still choppy?
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's stuck or what the deal is with that.
Well, a couple of people says that things are clear and that everything seems to be okay. So, and that it looks better. So let's just move on. And if it shuts off one more time, then that'll be it. But anyway, did everybody see the new trailer for Masters of the Universe? We did a reaction video on it, and I'm kind of liking it. You know what they're doing.
I'll come back downstairs then, and I'll just leave this open. No,
okay. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
See how she brushed me off?
Well, whatever you want to do. It's just that we're doing a lot of running around, and people didn't come to see us running around all over.
Oh, yeah.
That's all.
We're just trying to put on a decent production.
But did y'all see the trailer for the Masters of the Universe? I'm actually kind of liking it. What they're doing with it and the direction that they're going, I think it's pretty good.
And there's a couple.
Oh yeah, I got it. What did you say?
There's a couple. There's a couple of more Easter eggs in there that may have been overlooked. Like if you're paying really close attention, there's if you're paying real close attention, you can catch the sorceress, you can catch Trapjaw, you can catch Ram Man in the background. And
oh, don't say that, K Munin. K Munin said he's surprised that He-Man wasn't gender swapped. I'm glad they didn't do that. It would. I think if they did something like that, nobody would watch it. You know, they would really be torn to shreds.
They gender swapped Roboto. I mean, that's bad enough. So, and you got to be careful. If everybody knows the stories, there's only so much you can really tweak any of the characterization without irritating everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the stories. That's why most of the buzz right now is people complaining the two main complaints is one, the costuming, which I mean, I can understand not having the cartoonish kind of costuming, I guess. But so the costuming doesn't bother me too much. And the other one is what they did to Man at Arms. And it's what's his name? Idris Elba. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
He seems to be like the go-to guy for race swapping people. It's like even if they bring it up, oh, we might want to race swap. Oh, let's see if Elba's available. You know, oh, we're gonna make him James Bond. We're gonna do this and that. It's like anytime they want to swap somebody out, it's like, oh, let's get Idris. So and here he is. But I guess that's not so bad. I mean, people didn't seem to mind so much when they did it to Nick Fury. So we'll see.
Yeah, or they did it to Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
I guess those people are in the background enough to where it's not a major impact. You know what I mean? But yeah, race swap or gender swap He-Man or Prince Adam, then it would have been like a whole can of worms. But old school says he has mixed feelings about it. I mean, I still got mixed feelings, but from what they showed so far,
yeah,
I like it. Robert doesn't like the trailer at all.
He doesn't like that they're on.
Old school says don't assume his gender.
He doesn't like that they're on Earth. Robert says.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. That doesn't bother me like all that.
His plaque said he, him, which his placard for his desk. But of course, that was a
yeah.
That was a joke.
Roboto is a robot, so it's an it anyway. Yeah. And that's how I feel about that. How can you gender swap a robot? That doesn't make any sense. But at least it was a robot, you know, not like Man at Arms or Ram Man or something like that. You know what I mean? You gender swapped a robot. So whatever. Long as it's not the MCU corny crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, He-Man has a dad bod. That guy worked out real hard for that role.
I want to know also is like how I can't imagine they can stick too close to Filmation canon. Because if you really paid a lot of attention to the Filmation show, one of the things that really stood out for me is how useless everyone on the show was.
Yeah.
He-Man basically would find something for everyone to do so that they could basically go away. He'd find, oh, Man at Arms, why don't you go do this? Or Tila, why don't you go do that? And it would send them like 1,000 miles away from wherever he is so that they weren't basically in the way. And the only characters that were ever actually helpful at all were Orko and Ram Man. Even Battle Cat was useless in the show. All he did was like stand around and growl at people. He didn't really do anything. He-Man could run faster than he could ride Battle Cat. So it's like, why do we even have Battle Cat at all? It didn't make any sense. Even Sorceress was kind of useless most of the time. She used to annoy me because she
was a prisoner.
Well, I mean, still though, she'd go, oh, Adam, you need to come to Castle Grayskull right away. And then he'd spend the next 5 hours going to Castle Grayskull so she could tell him something she could have left in the message.
Yeah.
Because he'd end up going right back where he started to do whatever needed to be done. And it's like, the hell did you drag him out there for, bitch? Why can't you just tell him what you want? You have telepathy.
Richard liked the trailer, but he thought it was too much on Earth. Sick of He-Man always on Earth.
Well,
He-Man isn't always on Earth.
Always on Earth.
I do like the Man at Arms. I like the way that Man at Arms look. Again, to me, I didn't really care too much that they race swap Man at Arms. Sure. I mean, he is a major character, yeah, but it didn't feel like he didn't feel like it mattered for whatever reason. I don't know. To
Mhm.
me, it didn't feel like it mattered. Just like Commissioner Gordon didn't feel like it mattered. And I
Uh-huh.
know that he's traditionally a white character,
Yes.
but for some odd reason, those two characters to me just didn't feel like it mattered.
Okay.
It could still be a person in a robot costume. And they take it off later in the film.
Hey,
Oh my God.
Man at Arms, you don't know what the hell you're getting. Because if you actually read about Man at Arms and some of these characters, he's like Dr. freaking Frankenstein. Roboto, Faker, the two top little guys. If you remember those action figures, they were actually tops. I forget what their names were. Mechaneck. These are guys who had accidents that Man at Arms like did surgeries on. Okay,
Yeah.
if you read the stories, the top guys they were wounded, so he chopped their legs off and he made them into top people. And it's like, dude, they woke up in their tops. Mechaneck, he did that to him.
Yeah.
Faker was supposed to be a fake Prince Adam or something, and he didn't like it, so he smashed him up and threw him in the trash. And Trapjaw found him and brought him to Skeletor. Man at Arms is an evil bastard in the comic canon. So,
Hey T Stewart, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Fisto helped out a lot. I love the toys and the mini comics. And that's another thing about
okay,
this new movie. You're gonna get a lot of toys and merchandise.
yes,
So be ready because a lot of toys are coming out. Hey, Thor, how are you? Hi, David LPH.
okay,
It's almost 30, 40 years since we had the first He-Man Masters of the Universe flick. This new movie, I don't know. Too many folks get sold on trailers. Let's see.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
was what I said because we did a trailer review that was up on the channel earlier today. And that was basically it. I try not to get too excited about it. I try not to get too excited about any trailer in the modern era because, again,
What?
Okay, Stone Sour.
Stone
That's
Sour
fine.
never watched Masters of the Universe, so this is new for him. Oh my God.
Even the original Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren was a real cheesy, goofy film, but it was still fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's still fun to watch. And Munin says He-Man movie can go wrong in so many ways, and you're right.
And
Because,
it can.
yeah, it can.
Now, I did not see an Orko. Is the only one not confirmed post movie scene.
Who knows?
I didn't see an Orko.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see one.
And
They might have it.
Another donation for the Feline Fund, much appreciated. Another little neat Easter egg there that I thought was interesting was they had Spikor. Spikor was there. Spikor is a Hordak trooper, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't he on Hordak's crew? Yeah, Robert wants posters. Well, where I am, I'm in the office, and what you're basically looking at is one of my comic presses, some of her lunch boxes, and then LPH's overflow that I had to take out of the basement so I can start working on Toy Room 2. And so they're all here now instead of downstairs.
Oh no, Kay Munich has also never watched He-Man. I only recognize the character from seeing the toys on the shelves. Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, that's not, because like I had never seen Star Wars until recently, and I've never seen E.T. and movies like that everybody thinks you should see. So I mean, it's not surprising. Just got a pop-up, LadyPopHunter organizing your comics. Yes,
that's right. She did a short today.
I organized my comics. I actually put them in alphabetical order. And it's gonna make it so much easier for me to find because I took them, we had them in some of them were in the display and it was a lot of them still in boxes. So I organized them, took the ones out of boxes, just put them up. And David was like, "Oh, maybe you should put them in alphabetical order." And as I was trying to put them away, I'm like, "Where does this go? Where does that go?" And I kept looking. I was like, "You know what? I should put it in alphabetical order." So I did. And it just went so much faster after that. So
Okay.
Richard says they're going to do Amazon She-Ra live
No,
action.
no,
No, is that true? Or you just saying some stuff just
nothing,
to make
nothing
fun?
from Amazon, please. Nothing from Amazon.
No.
Amazon rules
Oh
everything they
boy.
touch. Amazon is why Toys R Us went out of business. Amazon-
Amazon don't have nothing to do with Toys R Us.
oh, yes, they did. Yes, they
Did
did.
they?
It was a big lawsuit. Amazon was originally when Toys R Us first started selling officially online. They made a contract with Amazon when Amazon was still younger, okay, before they turned into the juggernaut that they are now, right? That they would exclusively sell Toys R Us products online for the Toys R Us company, right? But they cheated and they let other companies also sell. And Toys R Us turned around and sued them and won because they said, "Hey, we had an exclusive contract. You screwed us." But they got $51 million in the lawsuit, which is, not that big of a deal, honestly, when you're talking about multi-million and billion-dollar companies. But the contract was broken. Amazon opened up their own toy division and used all the data collected from from the sales through Toys R Us to launch it. And
Mm.
crushed Toys R Us's online sales. They undercut them on everything. So they're part of the reason why Toys R Us ended up going bankrupt.
Oh wow. I didn't know that Amazon had a toy division.
Yeah, they do. You see, I mean, that's why they get like exclusive Funko Pops and crap like that now. Nowadays,
Yeah.
Amazon has so much shit on there, you don't think about it. You don't think about it.
Voltron is also coming to theaters as well, another franchise. So are they doing like the 40th anniversary of Voltron?
I remember
Or
when
they
Power
doing
Rangers was in the theater. Power Rangers had that movie. It looked just like watching the show. You know,
mm.
hopefully they don't screw it up. I mean, I'm actually curious to see the He-Man film. And it's been a while. The only other times in recent history I've been curious to see a film in like the last decade is the Batman and the first Joker film. The first Joker film. So I was just like, every other trailer that comes out, I don't care. It's like, and they don't tell you shit in the trailer anyways. They just throw a bunch of crap at you. But this trailer at least actually told you a little bit about something to give an audience an idea of what the film's actually going to be about.
Hey, Blind Robot, how are you? Thank you for joining us tonight. Voltron sadly got shoved to Prime streaming app.
So
Oh, okay.
I'll never see it then.
We got Prime. We got Amazon Prime.
Do we?
Oh
We'll see.
no, Richard said that he's not making things up about She-Ra. Oh
Shame on
geez.
you. Oh, he
Oh,
says that
God.
Henry Cavill is in Voltron, is he? Because they rumored that he's going to be in every damn thing.
I don't know
Oh,
if it's the modern media that is ruining toy lines. It seems like many kids are more interested in online games and toys
yeah.
versus toys. Maybe the trend will change as kids get bored with screens.
Ad lad talking. I think the attention span is going to continue to narrow. Actually, these kids,
Mm,
their attention span
yeah.
is worse and worse all the time. And when you're at and part of the problem is right here. It's because of this. Everywhere you go, don't you see kids sitting in the shopping cart, kids sitting in strollers, and this is all you see. And they're just sitting there staring at a screen, staring at a screen, staring at a screen. No attention span, no imagination, nothing. Pacification, nonstop from day one. Children that aren't even out of diapers, staring at mama's phone all day. What do you expect? You know what I mean? Imagination for a child to want action figures so they can sit there and take a little toy. Look, there's LPH's man thing there.
Yeah.
Take a figure and be like, oh man,
David, how are you?
let me see what I
David
can do with
says that
this.
the Ultron remake was an abomination.
See? But he is from Canada, so he hates everything. I tease. I tease. But this takes imagination for a kid to want something like this and actually want to play with it. But when you're like this all day, you don't care about this. Mark is from Cape Cod. Yep, I know. I feel you. I grew up in Massachusetts. Oh, Robert says if they were watching this, they'd probably be more interested in the action figures, I would hope.
Yeah, we would hope so. Please never let Hollywood get anywhere near anime. Street Fighter looks like it drew the short straw this year. I saw that there's going to be a Street Fighter and a Mortal Kombat coming out this year. I actually saw a list of movies that's supposed to be coming out this year. And Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat was on there.
We saw the original live action Street Fighter film last week. The one with Van Damme and Raul Julia. It is goofy as hell. And the characters look nothing. Well, Raul Julia was close, but the rest of the characters look nothing like the characters. And Blanca, too. Blanca, I mean, he was in good shape, but he needed at least another 100 pounds of muscle, that actor. Raul Julia steals the show, though. He really does. Raul Julia steals the show. Last film before he died, and his son still owns the costumes from that film. Dad brought them home, and he has them on display in his home.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that is really nice.
Raul said that only reason he took the part was because his kids really liked the game and he had them in mind when he did it, and that's why he acted so freaking over the top. But his over the top acting really sold the character, because it's worth it just to see him act crazy in that movie.
Scooby says Hollywood's been ruining anime since Guyver in the 90s.
Have they? You don't like Mark Hamill in Guyver?
And Saturday Morning says they're planning another live action Gundam movie.
Oh, Blue Splash says they're going to make it to Toylanta.
Yay! Real good to see you. It'll be nice to see you again. Make sure you stop and tell us, hey.
You can wave, and I will have my crown, and I will go like this.
Oh, my God.
You don't think so? I will have the crown on, though, because if I don't, people will say something.
Nobody gonna say nothing. Richard
if I
says
go to a show, she says that, but if I go to any convention now, it doesn't matter what it is, and I don't have the crown, people are like, "Where's the crown?" Or, "Hey, kitty, can I get a selfie?" And I'm like, "Sure. Can you put the crown on?" I've had that happen. It's like, oh no.
Robert is waiting for the Blu-ray of Predator Badlands to come out because he really liked it.
I see.
The new Street Fighter movie will have too many WWE wrestlers. At least if they have the wrestlers, they would look like the characters should look.
Problem is, though, most of them are notoriously bad actors.
Yeah, that is true.
That's the problem. If they could train them to act first, perhaps that wouldn't be so bad. Oh, and there's Stone Sour with another donation for our felines. Much appreciated.
Oh, okay. He's looking forward to seeing the new Street Fighter movie.
Yeah. I think I can risk coming back downstairs. It looks like we're doing okay. I've been watching on the thing here. Okay. Well, I can hopefully.
Okay, it's up to you.
Yeah. It's up to you, New York. I'll come on back downstairs so I can be next to
Okay.
my lovely wife. I see that you see the fireplace going behind her. That's actually a gas fireplace in front of a real one, but it was here when we,
Yeah.
and it works well. It works
Yeah,
really.
because it's cold down here and it's freezing cold.
Is it still cold?
No,
Or
it feels good.
okay, and I'll just
Yeah.
leave this open
Okay,
just
I'm
in
gonna
case
remove it.
to switch me
Okay.
out.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna remove that one. Okay, so David will be back here in a minute. Let me slide over so he can get in, and then we can continue our discussions. And Robert gave a donation. Thank you, Robert. We truly appreciate everything that y'all do. And again, for you who just came in, we want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you are staying warm.
Well, yeah,
Hope
thank you,
have
Robert. Here I am, rock
yeah.
you like a hurricane.
Hope that you have your let me turn this off.
Yeah, that's
Hope
probably
that
where
you
the
are-
echo was coming from.
Yeah, hope that you're all prepared for this snowstorm that's going on.
Oh yeah.
But let's finish up the new Street Fighter movie. Hold on, I'm gonna fix the thing for you.
Oh, I thought you were stealing.
Nobody want that phone. The new Street Fighter movie gets worse by the second.
Oh no!
You don't know that, K-Mun, and it's not even out yet.
Well, they're just dead set on anime specifically. And
Hey,
so,
Tuck.
Hey, Tuck's joining us. Munin just really likes anime.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and
you know.
I understand that more and more as I read comics and then see how they put it into live action or whatever, make a movie or a TV show. I'm starting to appreciate what it is, you know, the original.
Yes.
Because a lot of movies I saw, TV shows I saw, I never realized that they were comics because I never read the comics and I wasn't exposed to comics as a kid.
Yes.
So like when I watched the 2019 Swamp Thing, I thought it was great.
The TV show.
The TV show. But I had never read the comics. So I saw the movie first, about a TV show first. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And then I read the comics. And then I was like, whoa, y'all were way off.
Yeah,
y'all were nowhere near.
And then you're like, what the hell did I watch?
But I still thought that the show was good because I thought they actually had good writing. They had a good storyline. I was really interested in seeing where they were going because they had like 3 different plots going on. And it seemed like they were going to go in a really good direction if they had just kept going, but the show got canceled. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm starting to appreciate now people's thoughts and feelings. That's why I had a hard time understanding people's issue with Star Wars because I had never seen it.
Yeah.
So you know, everybody's like, "Oh, Star Wars, blah blah blah." They're ruining it. They're making all these mistakes, and then again, I started reading comics. So I started appreciating what the creator had in mind. Then when I saw the actual Star Wars, I'm like, okay, granted, I've never seen anything but the first 3. And hearing everybody's commentary about the newer stuff, I really don't want to see nothing else. But I do appreciate that now. You know, being exposed and reading and watching, it's given me a better appreciation.
And when you see stuff, when something like that moved you or inspired you, especially as a young person, like you mentioned Star Wars, or we were talking about Masters of the Universe earlier, that touched a lot of people at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
And if they go and they make too many changes, and it obscures your memories of it or your nostalgia of it, if they tamper with the canon too much,
yeah,
it frustrates you.
Robert, you always talking about Chicago like you in Chicago. You live in Florida, but you always know the temperature in Chicago. Everywhere. Yeah, it is cold where we are.
To be fair, Saturday Morning Fam, the Addams Family was like single panel
Newspaper.
comic, I think it was in the New Yorker magazine, actually. Single panel strips that it was based off of.
I liked Steve. He was going to be the Blue Devil or whatever.
They made the Blue Devil vicious, not like the Blue Devil that I remember from the comics. He was like a monster. But yeah.
Newer stuff, episode 2 and holiday special is worse than any of the new movies.
Holiday special is so bad it's good. I would watch the holiday special just because of how cheesy and goofy it is. I saw it when it first came out in like 78.
Scooby is in Louisville, Kentucky, and it is 14 degrees. I miss Chicago. Used to live there, says Robert.
Really?
And where is the crown, says.
It's actually right there. It's right next to the magazine rack. You might be able to spot it underneath the dog there.
Oh, okay.
Because they want me to put the crown on.
Only K Munin.
Oh, only K Munin wants me to put the crown on. I see. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but I mean,
I tease.
It's quite a few things going on with the Masters of the Universe, but like we said, I'm still interested in seeing it. Now, will I go to the theater? I don't know. I might wait, see what it do. You know, get it on DVD and just watch it at home.
It might be fun to go see it in the theater, just because we haven't gone to the theaters. And the last time we went to the theater, the film was awful.
We saw the Joker movie.
The second one.
Yeah.
And it was trash.
I didn't think that movie was trash. It was not as good as the first one. But
that's saying a lot.
The first one was great, I thought.
The first one was really well written.
Yeah.
The second one was badly written.
I really think they were trying to get you to see how mixed up his mind was, that he couldn't tell the difference between reality and fantasy. I think that's what they were going for. What about the drive-in? We don't have a drive-in around here.
I've never been to a drive-in.
I've been to a drive-in once. Saw I'm about to say the color purple. Purple Rain. Saw Purple Rain.
I've never seen that film.
You never saw Purple Rain?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I never saw that film.
Oh, wow. I didn't never know that.
No, I've seen the music videos from it, but I've never seen the actual film, Purple Rain.
The way you forced me to watch movies, I might have to force that one on you.
Oh, yeah?
Be ready for the...
Do you have it?
I don't even know. Shoot.
Because if it's on the one of the streaming apps, it'll be like 4 hours long with the ads.
I wonder if the vintage motor and classics will go up in value with the movie. Could probably.
Possibly. And as I had suggested, I think I mentioned it in the review that we did, that means a whole nother separate wave of Masters of the Universe figures.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It is 10 degrees in Yonkers.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be a whole new wave of merchandise. You're going to get action figures. You're going to get 1/12 scale. You're going to get 1/6 scale. You're going to get statues. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. Every toy maker.
Yeah, they'll merchandise the piss out of it. They'll crush it.
Predator
You
Badlands.
still talking about Badlands?
Oh, that's the one that just came out with the one with the dread looking thing. Saw Superman.
The one that looked like Michelle Obama.
Oh, okay. That's the Badlands?
I don't know, because I don't watch any of the modern ones. The last attempt was the one where they had the Predators that were working with the army and they were wearing modern camouflage.
Oh, okay.
And we saw like the first 10 minutes of it and shut it off because the dialogue was so adolescent.
Yeah, so vulgar.
Yeah, I couldn't. That's the last one. So I
one we saw.
couldn't get through it. Couldn't watch it because it was like, if I was 12, I might have liked it.
We saw the prequel to Aliens. I thought that was good with Idris Elba.
Oh no!
Robert saw the color. Why am I trying to say the color purple?
Because it is purple.
The Purple Rain.
The color Purple Rain.
Saw Last Crusade and Star Trek V, Ghostbusters 2 with She's Out of Control and Supergirl at the drive-in.
Saturday morning went
as
to
the
a lot of
kid.
drive-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to one. I've never even seen one. Not one that was active.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just closed parks, rundown locations,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But I've never seen one that was even active. Have that stuff in. I know they didn't have it in Boston. I don't know if they had it in Massachusetts at all when I was growing up.
When I was growing up in that small town we had a drive-in theater that actually,
Mhm.
and it was open, and you could go. They had movies there. That's where I went and saw Purple Rain. I think that's the only movie I've ever seen at the drive-in, though.
Mhm.
Was that one.
You know what's kind of funny is it makes me think of Cheers.
Uh-huh.
Actually, because that's a couple of things that happen in Cheers. I know.
Hey, Geek.
Is Geek? Cheers had an episode where they went to the drive-in, and that's one of the first things that I thought of, because you remember they're not actually in Boston, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't know. But it would have been nice if the writers did any research about Boston when they did any of these shows, because they went to a drive-in theater in an episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember sitting there watching, like, there ain't no damn drive-in. I don't think there's a drive-in in Massachusetts, let alone Boston. And another one too was an episode where they went bowling, and they were doing traditional 10-pin bowling. You can't do 10-pin bowling in Massachusetts. There's not one 10-pin bowling alley in Massachusetts. It's all candlepin, all through the East Coast. Anyone in the East Coast, somebody who's here from Cape Cod, right? Candlepin, right? That's a real skinny pins and a small ball you can hold like this. No 10-pin with the 3 holes, the big ball like Fred Flintstone uses. That's in the rest of the United States.
I've been to Disney twice. Disney World in Florida.
Uh-huh.
As a character, I've always liked Supergirl far more than Superman. She's more interesting, but this film looked like garbage.
Geek doesn't like how the thing
The
looks.
trailer looks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
they
saw
made her
the trailer.
look really like self-centered and narcissistic.
She
in the
looked like a
trailer.
bum.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen, she looked like,
An alcoholic.
Well, no. I mean, prior, I've seen I only ever seen
Uh-huh.
animated stuff. She didn't look all like a alcoholic and homeless and just nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Predator Badland is a young predator has to survive the worst planet to gain.
Oh yeah. That's the new one. Yes.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Yeah. Richard wants to see Supergirl for Lobo.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be a big part of it, I'm sure. That's the bait that they're using to get you to watch that movie, so you can see Moama be Lobo. Ubi Doob says Cheers at the drive-in reminds me of the USA show Silk Stockings, set in Palm Beach, Florida, with mountains and many background shots.
No mountains in Florida.
Mountains in Florida. That's right. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just writers who didn't do any research and don't know the difference.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. Didn't care enough. And that's a real simple thing to research. Hey, are there bowling alleys in Boston? What does it look like? Candlepin. East Coast in Canada does candlepin. And there's a handful of places that do something called duck pin, which is a short, fat pin. A really short, fat pin. Those are really tough. Like, for example, candlepin bowling. I don't think anyone has ever scored a 300 in candlepin. It's extremely difficult. It's a lot harder than traditional 10-pin bowling. But I used to do it every Sunday morning. I would bring the kids, because there's a candlepin, or I don't know if it's still there, a candlepin bowling alley right underneath Fenway Park.
I went to Disney World as a kid. So, of course, we rode rides. And the first time I went, it seemed like I was in like 1st or 2nd grade. And we went for a week. Me, my cousin, and her mom. We went for a whole week. The second time I went, I was a teenager, maybe 13, 14 years old. My brother had graduated from Naval Boot Camp, and that was in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
So while we were there, we went to Disney World, but it was only for like the day. And me and my dad rode one ride because we stood in line for like 3 hours. No, Deke, we did not go to Legion's Con last weekend because we had to go out of town. So we didn't go to Legion's Con.
No Legion's Con for us.
No, we were out of town.
Our thing so far for this year looks like it's going to be Retro Toy Swap.
Yeah.
Which is the 7th. The Southern Spin, the record and CD show, because of the alleged storm. Nothing's happened yet, but because of the
you love downplaying that storm.
Well, we will see. The storm. They swapped the Atlanta Comic Convention, so we won't be able to go to the Atlanta Comic Convention. Then there's Toylanta, Joe-Lanta, Joe Fest, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where we'll be so far this year, and we'll film, of course, when we go to these shows and bring it to you guys. We'll probably be at every retro swap. And Stone Sour made another donation. He says, Lobo being used as bait is so true. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because that's all anyone's talking about. Oh, shit, Lobo? And that's what they want to see. If they do it right. I mean, he looks okay.
Yeah.
He looks okay.
When I went to Disney World, those things weren't there. It was only Disney, Epcot, which you never hear about Epcot
Keep
anymore.
in mind, 80s.
Yeah, I went in the 80s. Both times I went, it was in the 80s, because when my brother graduated from Naval Boot Camp, that was in the 80s. So they didn't have all that extra stuff. We went to Disney World. We went to Wet n Wild. We went to SeaWorld. That's it. We didn't go to Epcot. Epcot used to be a thing, but you don't even hear about that no more. I don't know if it's the Epcot anymore. And then I lived in Orlando, went to school for 1 year, 9th grade. And I was in 9th grade when I went to school there.
Geek says he's
going to be in Toyland. So make sure you give us a wave, say hey. And Jason Moana was born to play Lobo. No, not to play Conan and Aquaman. Oh yeah, he was in Conan.
He was in the reboot of Conan.
Conan.
It was okay, but it's if I never see it again, I don't care. The original Conan film with Schwarzenegger, that was classic. That's
Michael.
So well written.
Wait a minute.
Well written.
Some movies this year: Mario 2, Toy Story 5, Evil Dead sequel, Scary Movie 5. They got 5 of those. Jumanji and Michael. I remember Michael. That was the one with John Travolta. That Michael.
Was it? Yeah, because he was an angel.
Yeah, he was like the angel. Minions 3, Avengers Doomsday. Oh Lord, Clayface. I hope Clayface is going to be animated.
Roku, Clayface, Coyote versus Acme, no. Odyssey, Project Hail Mary. That all sounds terrible.
Yeah,
see,
a lot of that is
That's why I don't want to go to
films.
That's why I don't want to go to the movies anymore. That's it, basically. That's why I don't want to go to the movies anymore.
Lobo is a character that is easy to mess up.
It is. I always pictured, and I've said this before, I always pictured Randy Savage. Yeah. Especially like when you see him as Buzzsaw in the Spider-Man movie, the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. I was like, wow, that could totally be Lobo. Just the way, the attitude. And DeCab watched the original Conan less than a year. It does. It's so well acted, and the story is so good. A lot of people pan it for not being a lot of written dialogue, but it's more about the attitude. It's more about the sensations, or especially like when the mother gets killed in the beginning. Not a word is spoken, but nothing needs to be said. You know what I mean? Nothing needs to be said. You can feel that moment. It was so well written.
Michael Jackson bio. They already had it. The American The Jacksons, the American Family.
It
That was good.
I hate those. It won't be accurate because every time they do any kind of, oh, Stone Sour says they're going to buy us theater tickets. Okay.
So we can see Masters of the Universe.
The every time they do one of those biopic films about a musician, they alter it so much.
Oh,
And I've mentioned it before about I remember before mentioning about when they did the David Bowie story a couple of years ago, and the family was outraged. They had the kids were screaming about it. It was like, that's not true. He never did that, never said this. Nothing in this film is accurate. They were pissed. And that's almost every one of these biopics that come out now. They embellish it so much that it's not even accurate.
T. Stewart's wife works at the fraud protection in Disneyland. She had to revoke over $31,000 magic tickets of people buying and reselling Mego figures. That's those Mego figures you had got from Disney
The
World?
4-packs, yeah, the 4-packs that were out that people were
Did it come with tickets?
I don't know if they're he said buying and selling, buying and reselling.
Yeah, Mego figures.
I wonder if those were people that were commissioned to buy them for other people. That's crazy. That's something I ought to pass on to Lou, see if he was aware of that. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Jaws ride is still at Universal Japan Park along with Beetlejuice Rock Show.
Saturday Morning says.
The best Lobo, I think, was in the live action series Krypton.
I didn't see it, so I don't know. I don't know. You know, oh, what was that? Let me see. Oh yeah, the Japan. I had read an article. I think I mentioned this too. I read an article a couple months ago suggesting that at this point it's cheaper to get visas, fly to Japan, stay in a hotel in Japan, and go to the Japanese Disneyland than it is to actually go to the one in Florida. It would be cheaper for you to fly out there and go to that one than it would be to go to the one in Florida. And I'm like, that actually sounds like more fun to go to the one in Japan, because then you're visiting another country too.
Yeah, and then you can go get some hibachi. I bet you they don't do it like they do here in America.
No, of course not. And sushi in the United States is not the same as sushi in Japan, because the type of rice they use in Japan, they don't export. So
Lad 75 enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody. The Queen members had input. We had over 20 2D animation movies in Really? 20? So many movies come out. It feels like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, it seemed like it was only like 10, 12 movies came out. Now you got like 100 movies a year. How do you keep up?
You can't. Why would you want to? Unless you were a critic.
No, we ain't watched Smallville yet.
No, we haven't had a chance to get to it.
You got to put it in the rotation.
Yeah, because we're already watching many shows.
Yeah. Godzilla in Japan, they have the whole neighborhood devoted to him, says Robert.
Okay.
Both Disney Seas Japan and Universal Japan are said to be the best versions of the park.
Interesting. Interesting.
Really? See, I don't know.
No, I have no idea, and I wouldn't want to see a modern Looney Tunes anything, because they've altered the characterizations way too much.
Yeah, and that was a big thing when Space Jam came out, because you remember they had the female rabbit, and she was all curvy in the original, and then they brought her out, and she all frumpy. Yeah,
and then they pulled that whole thing with Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Where, he's sexist, he's a rapist, all this other stuff.
He never raped nobody.
Have you ever actually watched? These people never have watched it. When was he ever successful? He never was successful with any of the female cats. Never. So how is that promoting so-called rape culture? It makes no sense. And then and then on, I think 2 of them, the female decided they liked it and turned on him, and he got scared, and they were chasing him around. And then the one where he actually caught the girl, his wife showed up and beat the hell out of him with a rolling pin.
Yeah.
And
And-
he even lost the accent. That one
Yeah,
was hilarious
because he was from Louisiana.
he was like, the young lady, she had a speck in her eye, dear. I was just trying to, and then she started wailing on him. So they don't even know what they're talking about, but they, it's crazy.
Robert said
The female rabbit got fat, did she?
They just put big
Oh,
clothes on
no.
her and took her breasts and butt away.
Oh boy. Oh man. Saturday morning said a Daffy and Porky versus Aliens movie, crazy version of Daffy, poked fun of old sci-fi movies. Okay.
I thought I heard that something like that.
Oh, so it was Duck Dodgers. It was a Duck Dodgers bit, a modern Duck Dodgers. So it's crazy. Ubi says Pepe Le Pew was moved from it for his behavior, but those criminals from A Clockwork Orange got a cameo. Really?
Oh wow.
Clockwork Orange is a hard movie to watch. Actually, it's pretty brutal. You want to talk about, yeah. But yeah, it's, again, the modern films, I don't get excited about it anymore. I take any trailer with a grain of salt. I don't worry about it. But like I said, the Masters one, I thought it was kind of intriguing. I'm curious. I am curious.
I hope they don't mess up the Batman 2. Because I'm still excited about that because I really like the first one. And I'm hoping that they do well with the second one, but we got to see.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who knows? Oh, she did have this. I know Kay Munin asked at the very, very beginning. There was a pickup. LPH has a single pickup. Actually, it's over there.
I don't know if it's a pickup. It came in the mail.
Well, it's good enough. It's something new. And
Tom and Jerry is getting an anime. Oh
no Tom and Jerry either.
So Toxic Crusader, Dr. Killamoff.
The original.
Yeah. So Dr. Killamoff. That's what I got. I need one more figure to complete this. the action figures. I have one vehicle, but the vehicles and stuff for this line are actually pretty expensive. So
the Radiation Ranger, I think, is the one that she's missing on the card. But she's had a lot of luck last year with those figures.
David says modern film outside of a couple this year has been pretty awful.
Oh, I agree. Oh no, Robert said Marshall Brainstar, Thundercats. Oh no, please.
That's what
They would kill it.
And that's the thing. And I said it when we were talking about.
I don't even want them to bring them back in animated form. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, but what I was saying in the reaction video, those fanciful. Okay, because you got these cartoons and they're very fanciful. They're not on Earth. You have these weird characters like let's say Thundercats. You have cat-like people. You have Mum-Ra. You have the reptile. You have Monkey-In. You got Jackalman and all of that. You do that in live action.
Everyone would have to have a green suit on.
Yeah. It's going to be all CGI. They're not going to do it like they did in the past where they put everybody in makeup stuff like that. So it's going to look really, really weird. And it's going to make it kind of hard to watch. So I hope they don't do anything like that. I'd be afraid to leave the country right now. Not in because they might not let you back in. Even if the American says Robert.
Ubi said Tom and Jerry had a live action movie last decade starring that girl from Kick-Ass. Really? See, this is what you end up with when you go live action. Who remembers this? I did a review, a complete walkthrough of this right here, and this is the playbill from Thundercats Live on stage, which was a musical, by the way, which also had Silverhawks, SWAT Cats, and Gumby and Pokey for some reason. And you this catalog. This is actually a very tough catalog to find now.
See how they look?
Uh-huh.
They're all in suits.
Look at Snow. Look at this poor guy's got to crawl all day. Look at that hair on Lionel. Yeah, but Richard knew I was going to get that. I can't resist because this is like the craziest thing. Look at Lionel.
I mean, that looks all weird. I mean, granted, if they did CGI perfectly, it'll look a lot better than that.
Anything would look better than this. But I
it'll
guess
look better
when you're like 5 and you're looking across a stage, it ain't so bad. I'll just, I'll let you go ahead and look through here. Like I said, I did a complete walkthrough. Look what they did to poor Panthro. Look at that helmet. If I can get the angle right. There we go. Look at that.
That head is gigantic.
Helmet. And then and then like 50-year-old like cougar barfly Chitara there. Like, you want to buy me a drink, honey? You got a cigarette? And then Tiger. Tiger wasn't even that big in the show. Unbelievable. These are awful. And then the Silverhawks are even worse.
It's Saturday Morning says that He-Man and She-Ra also had shows, broke records at the time of sale.
A lot of that was done, yeah. Look what they did to poor Copper Kid there. Man, they look bad. I mean, how do you screw up that costume? Lorimar. Adlad was asking who did the production. It was Lorimar.
Yeah.
See?
Robert says it's still better than Cats.
The movie? Really?
Yeah. I've heard that Cats movie was pretty bad. What is the update on Paramount Warner Brothers Netflix issue?
No idea.
I don't know, because it kind of dropped away. It was like Netflix bought it and then Paramount sued because they said something funny was going on with it. So who knows?
Well, somebody was trying to do a takeover bid, and because of their contracting, it had to be rejected. Those are the what were those guys called? The Street Frogs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. And they're like rapping frogs. Yeah, Street Frogs. They rapped or something. It was stupid.
Yeah, they did. I don't know. They did what you call that thing?
Look at Melodia. Look at Melodia. And then what's his name? Oh God, what's Poker Face, right?
Yeah.
Poker Face and Melodia.
Oh, Paramount is losing.
Okay.
Because I think Netflix is going to get too big. They already got a lot of shows. Well, they make a lot of shows, a lot of originals. And, so I'm just hoping they don't overextend themselves because they bought DC. And I'm hoping they don't ruin DC.
Look at this. This looks like it's from a porno. That's like, oh my God. That must have been something to see on stage, though. The Silverhawks on motorcycles.
But I don't know. I just hope that it don't get as bad as it could be. I just don't want the Middle East to have it seems wrong to have DC heroes with Middle Eastern people in charge.
Oh yeah.
Says Robert. Paramount owner kind of ticked a lot of people off.
I want that sword. I want Lionel. So it would be funny if I got a storage locker and this costume was in there.
No.
I'd wear it.
No.
I would wear it to shows with the crown.
No.
I don't know, the crown wouldn't fit on that wig though.
No.
He must be hot.
He don't look too happy, that's for sure.
I wouldn't too, because he's probably sweating to death in that costume.
Yeah, and then you gotta dance around or do whatever you gotta
dance
do.
And sing and be stupid. Yeah, I mean, God,
that Lionel hair. Paramount bought Playmates Oh, Paramount bought Playmate's Ninja Turtles license. So that's why Playmate lost it because
Okay.
Paramount bought it.
I see.
So what now? Paramount is going to start making toys?
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Who knows? It's too much stuff going on. Can you
Yeah, there
imagine
is.
David in that Lionel costume?
Yeah, that's right.
Paramount actually did a good job with the Sonic films. The third movie was great.
Really?
But they're not doing, don't they have Star Trek?
Star Trek is in the toilet. It's
That's not doing that well.
no, every new show that comes out is worse. It's worse. And this like Academy one, a lot of people are buzzing about because they're so frustrated with it. They're like, God, what is this? What have you done? And from what I've seen of it, we haven't seen the show, but we've seen clips from it and we've heard people talking about it. And I'm like, it sounds like almost the idea is they're trying to be funny somehow, like it's supposed to be a comedy, but it doesn't sound like it's working at all. No more. They don't need any more Star Trek. The Star Trek ended. It started with the 60s show and it ended with Enterprise. Enterprise was actually the closure for the entire series. It was designed that way.
Nobody told them.
Because it was set before the original show, but explained a lot of what happens in the other shows that was never talked about. Like, why is it one of the big questions? How come the Klingons in the original show and then in the 90s shows look different? Well, they explained it in Enterprise in great detail. They had a whole episode dedicated to explaining it. It was the closure show. And after that, they didn't need to do anything else. But, hey, let's make some money. We bring it back. And they injected all their nonsense into it. And now everybody's frustrated with it. And it just keeps getting further and further down that rabbit hole until it dies like all the other franchises.
Oh, wow. Saturday Morning says Starfleet Academy was a Marvel, I think, comic book in the 90s, but wasn't a comedy.
I'm sure it was drastically different and probably set in the same time period because Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager were all in the same time period. They were all set in the same time period.
How you can have all that going on at once?
The shows bled into each other. So they did cross over. So that, it made sense.
That's too much going on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like shows like that anyway. Too many characters.
It was like a soap opera, basically.
Yeah, but with the soap operas, you can follow it. Many think Mattel grabbed the Ninja Turtles toys.
Well, they do have a co-license with it because they do a lot of crossovers.
Yeah, they do. The only one somewhat okay is Star Trek Strange New Worlds with Captain Pike.
I haven't seen any of it. So, and I probably don't need to. I probably don't need to because then I'll be like, hey, I don't want a jaded perception. I like the original series. Next Generation is okay. I don't think it was that good or that original. And even people who are fans of the Next Generation will admit first couple of seasons were pretty badly done, even though they liked it. The first couple of seasons weren't well written at all. The Deep Space Nine was a better show. And I think part of the reason was because it was not episode by episode. All, I think, 8 or 9 seasons are one singular plot.
Oh, no, I like that.
It all builds into one singular plot. So it's a continuing storyline, as is Voyager. Follows that same thing, follows that same track. And then I liked Enterprise really because it answered all the unanswered questions from previous shows going all the way back to the 60s. Next Generation wasn't that great. I don't need to see any of the modern stuff. And the new movies, trying to reboot the movies and everything, I think, it wasn't that great. You can't look at it and not, if you grew up with the other stuff, You can't look at the new stuff and see the connections.
Mhm.
There's too many changes, too many differences. Yeah, Saturday morning talking about the 1974 was it? Filmation Star Trek. It was a really well written show. Not typically considered canon, but is connected directly or continues directly from the original 60s show with all the original characters doing their voices with the exception of Chekhov. He was cut and they replaced him with somebody else because the Filmation just ran out of money for voice actors.
Oh,
Quite
wow.
frankly, they were like, we can't afford another star power character. So Walter Koenig, right, was cut and they replaced him. But yeah, that show was actually pretty well written, surprisingly. I have it over here. Actually, we haven't seen it. If you liked the original cartoon Planet of the Apes, you probably like this because it's on the same line. That's it right there. Nice tricorder box for the DVDs actually. But yeah, it's along that line of story writing.
Yeah, the 12 or so years covered by all of those are basically covered a 12 or so year span of Federation history. Classic Star Trek and the original 3 Star Wars is the most for me. Rest is a filler.
Yeah.
Filmation did Fantastic Voyager cartoon too.
We saw that.
Oh, that's when the people got tiny?
Yes.
Oh.
I think that's the one where they shrank everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that. that guy, the pilot, or whoever he was, with that high pitched whiny voice.
Yeah, the guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
He was always complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic Voyage. Are they the ones that also did Journey to the Center of the Earth?
We saw that.
That was better than Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah. Right now we're watching Dark Water, Pirates of Dark Water.
That's a continuing
yeah, that's one
also.
Story. Centurions. Was it Space Ghost?
Yeah, the original 66 Space Ghost and Dino Boy.
Yeah. And
yeah.
What's that other one we're watching on DVD?
It's Silverhawks.
Silverhawks.
Silverhawks is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying the Silverhawks. We tried because we were inspired by Super 7 bringing back Tiger Sharks. You know, those damn things go for as much as $1,500 a piece mint on the card.
Yeah.
They are insanely expensive. Yeah. Talk about grails. Holy crap. Tried to watch the Tiger Sharks. Man, that show's insufferable.
It wasn't that bad. We saw the first 4 episodes. It was one story. But it doesn't really give you a good origin.
It's too adolescent. It's written for a much younger audience than was Thundercats or Silverhawks. And then they do things, the continuity is bad because I'm like, you know, they have this, the way that it works is they're humans and they turn into aquatic creatures. So they jump into this special water and then they transform into fish people. Okay. So a dude jumps in and now he's a shark man. And then he can swim underwater without scuba gear instead of just using scuba gear. He's going to be a fish guy. But then the other two is a guy who turns into a walrus man and another guy who turns into a dolphin man. And they're swimming, and so they can stay underwater and breathe underwater. Walruses and dolphins are mammals, okay? They don't breathe underwater, Jack. They don't talk underwater. You're not going to breathe underwater because you're a freaking walrus now. That makes no sense. And I'm watching it. I'm like, no. I mean, okay, I get it. It's a cartoon, but walrus do not breathe underwater.
You overthink these things.
Oh my God. And then
They're
the dog
for kids.
And then the dog turns into a dogfish. And it's aliens. And the alien fish people are like, I'm afraid of dogs. You're not on Earth. You don't know what a dog is. Yes, Robert, there's something in the water that transforms them. But if they get out of the water and breathe air, they turn back.
Oh, street frogs and karate. Yeah,
yeah, there
it
you go.
is.
It's too adolescent for me to keep track of. I'll get frustrated.
It was pretty lame, but we did watch it because it was on the whole thing was together on one. But then we watched an episode of Sky Surfer. That actually wasn't bad.
That had action figures in what 80 or 95 or 96. I think Bandai did those, right?
Yeah, they're not that expensive.
No.
But the show actually is not bad. They're
rushing it a little bit.
They are, because in the opening intro, they tell you what happened with the guy's dad. He was a scientist. The lab blew up. Dad died. All this kind of stuff right there. I would have rather them made that into an episode to really explain it. They kind of went back to it in the first episode and tried to kind of tell you a little bit more about what was going on. But it's not bad. It's, it was better than Tiger Sharks.
Tiger Sharks, yeah, I don't think I need to watch any more Tiger Sharks.
No, I think we're not done with that.
I'd love to have the figures, but there's no way. There's no way I could budget it. It's way too expensive. Even loose, it was insanely expensive.
The comic strip was the block with Tiger Sharks.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I mean, of all the shows,
I still sing the Karate Cat theme song sometimes. I don't know it.
I don't know it either because I don't remember Karate Cat. I didn't watch Tiger Sharks either. I don't remember watching those. A
lot of collectors lately have said that in 2026, their main toy line to go after more is Toxic Crusaders. A lot of collectors are after them more now
because they're bringing back the Toxic Avenger horror films. That's why they're bringing it back. The live actions, they're pretty gory. The originals.
Yeah, I had to turn that off.
They're bringing it back, so people are probably speculating on it. So the comics and the toys are going to go up. It's a good thing that you. It's a good thing that you have most of them already. I have
all but one.
All but one. And that's probably going to be the tough one because it's the Radiation Ranger, and I know kids probably might have wanted more than one.
Yeah.
So there you go. And we'll see. Again, we're not specifically looking for anything. I know I did a top 10 kind of grails list.
Yeah, wish list.
But that list is basically grails for me personally that would complete a lot of lines for me, that knock some things out and fill in the spaces. And they are really rare. Those particular pieces are really rare, but we're not looking for anything specific. Because again, target of opportunity shopping. Because if I look for specific things, I'll overlook everything else. And we got a lot of shows coming up. We'll see. What's this?
Last night when you were doing the action figure rundown, you asked where in the world is Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo came out? It came out in 97 in the UK.
87.
87.
They called him Wally there. Okay.
Not Waldo.
I know in the US it was big in the 90s and it was Waldo. It was Waldo. And there was it Matchbox pull string talking dolls of Waldo, Wanda, and the dog. I don't know if figures were done.
They got a cute little commercial where the guy is dressed up as Waldo and he's going to the airport. He's like on vacation or something. He's going through the airport and people taking pictures with him and all kinds of stuff. It's actually a pretty cute commercial. And then he goes to his little girlfriend or wife house or something. They got the whole family.
Yeah.
I don't remember what commercial that is.
Yeah, but you got the reference.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's being Waldo.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he's tall, got the curly hair and the shirt.
And people were taking selfies with him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right, that's clever.
Yeah.
That's clever.
From what I can remember, Tiger Sharks, Street Frogs, Karate was, comics, the comic strip. Yeah, and they play that song.
Okay.
was only one for a single. Really?
It was probably pilots to
Oh.
test marketing pilots,
That's-
because you know how they do that.
Yeah, and it didn't take off.
Yeah,
Okay, you're talking to Robert.
yeah.
I love your video on your wish list. I thought you had the Buck Rogers. When will we see the top 10? I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna do one because I don't really have a wish list. You know, I kind of walk around and I see some stuff and kind of remember.
Yeah. But and I mean I could do alternatively, and
Okay.
I had Mel Munen's gotta
So you
go.
came, Munin. Thank you for hanging out with us.
And people had I had mentioned it and it had been suggested because there's other types of grail lists as well. You know, other things like one-shot items that would be nice, or maybe lines that I would like to get into, action figure or toy lines I would like to get into, and it doesn't seem likely that I could do it, like, you know, the Coliform aliens, which I think carded versions are almost unheard of. 1967, 1968 Coliform aliens. If there's any still on the card, they're in museums. I mean, it's incredible. Shelby says, "How do you know when to let a collection line go? When a line kind of looks cool, but it's not so much a favorite, and it's taking up space for something better." Yeah, interesting.
We actually did a video about that, and actually the one thing I know I suggest, if you feel like you don't want it anymore, take it down, box it up, and put it away. Don't sell it, don't give it away, don't take it to Goodwill. Put it away for a while. A year or two, pull it back out and see what your reaction is. See how you feel. Do you still not like it? Do you be like, oh man, I'm glad I didn't get rid of that. I love this. You know, don't just get rid of it. Don't follow those impulses. Put it away in a tote, a box, or whatever.
And you'll know when you open it like a year or two from now. You open it up, you're like, where the hell did this come from? Why did I get this?
Why did I spend money on that? Because how many times, and it doesn't even have to be toys. It could be anything. You got rid of it, and then a year or two later, oh man, I had that. You tear up the house, and then somebody say, man, you know you got rid of that thing. You gave it to Goodwill, or you gave it to your cousin or somebody. You're like, what? I can't believe that. Now I got to go buy it again. And then you look it up on eBay, and it's 50 times more than what you paid for it originally.
Robert thought I had Buck Rogers. I've got the Mego 12-inch Buck Rogers, not the 1/18th scale. That's the one that I need to complete the carded line.
I started watching the anime. Richard said, yeah, because I bought you that one. I thought it was a Shogun, and it wasn't.
It's not. She got me that die-cast figure and thought it was Shogun Warriors. It's like,
it looked like
it's not
one.
Mattel Shogun Warriors at all. I appreciate it. I like it, but I'm like, no, it's not Shogun, but okay.
Yeah.
And it's the only, you know, they have another one that's in a different style box. It's the same figure, so it's kind of a one-shot anyways. So it's fine. I don't need anything else. One and done.
Yeah, but I'm a firm believer. You don't just get, I mean, like some things you look at and you say, okay, I know I don't want this.
Sure.
That's fine. But if it's something you're like, I don't know if I want this anymore, and it take you a minute and you're thinking, pack it up. Put it away.
Saturday Morning wants to know about 80s Gremlins or ET toys. The LJN ones, if I came across them for a reasonable price, I'd consider it. You know, and if it was clear, because a lot of times the packaging on those are pretty yellowed out. But yeah, the original the Gremlins and ET, not everything, because I know LJN also made a lot of like figurines and wind-up toys and stuff. All that's unnecessary, but the actual just boxed figure would be nice.
Mattel or Kenner had a great 2-figure line in the 80s called Battle Brawlers that were designed to fight and defend each other. I never knew they existed until this century. And Robert wants to know, did you get that Zika Migo Buck Rogers?
Yeah, they made an 8-inch Buck Rogers and Tiger Man, and they were also going to make Hawkman, but never produced it because they just didn't have enough interest.
I like the Hawkman character.
On the
That
show,
guy that
yeah.
did it, he was intense.
Yeah, he was.
Especially when his wife died and he carried her, or she was sick, and they had to walk for like 1,000 miles.
He would not put her down.
No, and Buck was like, "Let me help you." No. I'm gonna carry her myself. It's like, golly, dude. I agree with you right there, David. I hope they do. I hope they remake that. I would get that because that Megator and Typhus figure are ultra expensive.
You got it from
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
The Maddie Club did make it. Maddie Club did make it, but I would like to see what Origins do with it if they got it.
Yeah.
But the original, we saw a video. It was some years ago. It was more than 5 years ago. And a guy, he was at San Diego Comic-Con. I think he paid like $3,000.
Not San Diego Comic-Con. He was at the what do they call it? It's the Masters of the Universe specific.
Oh, yeah. It's during the same time.
Yeah.
It's Master Con or Attorney Con
PowerCon. He was at PowerCon. And he bought both the pair for $10,000.
Yeah.
He paid $10,000 for the pair in the box. That was the deal.
Yeah.
That was his deal.
And that's all he wanted.
That's what he came for.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, ooh wee. That's one of those things where you walk out and people applaud.
I can't get rid of my speaking spell because it's E.T.
The original Speak and Spells classic.
I had the Elliot.
And E.T. There's a little wind up Elliot on the card from LJN. I remember that.
Would you do? David would do that for you, but let me help you. No, David says.
No.
Yeah, that's what I felt like when I saw that video. I'm like, good Lord, dude, $10,000. I couldn't drop no $10,000 on action figures. Not all at once. Over some years and years and years. But he went one show, bam. He must have been saving that. He knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
And you save it, you paying your bills, you didn't borrow. Hey, that's your money. Good for you. Yeah. Mattel should be awesome and add Megator and Typhus to the new Shogun Warriors line.
Shoguns.
That's what it says, Shogun.
Yeah.
Warrior line.
They're not Shoguns. But I don't think Mattel has access to that license anymore, do they? I'm not sure. Because really it was on loan from Popey.
Hey, D's Toy Den, Des.
Is Funko dead? It's getting close.
Their stock is at $4 and some change.
Yeah, it went up a little bit over the holiday.
Yeah, $4 and some change at that.
I mean, in its heyday,
it's on life support.
It was almost at it was like 27 and change at its highest, and people have just lost interest over time. Unfortunately for Funko, no matter how many franchises they have, it's still the same type of product.
Yeah,
is what it boils down to, and people, they got tired of it.
Yeah, they kind of.
It's too much. It's oversaturated.
They did try to find some niches. Now, they had the backpack, the socks, the shirts. They had the lanyards. They had the sodas, the big 2-liter soda. They had the soda cans.
Sodas looked like it was going to pull it out for a minute, but then that dropped off.
Yeah, they had the Dorbs. They had the Hikaris. They had a lot of stuff. The minis. They had all kinds of stuff going. But I guess, and I honestly, and I do believe this. I think they did it to themselves. One, oversaturating the market and putting all of those chases out there where people had to run all over Earth to find these things. And I think that really wore people out, especially when the only people that could get it was the flippers. So I know that's what turned me off. They did a live action Voltus 5. Which was a mini Shogun Warrior collection. It was done in the Philippines. There's Richard.
ad said
Oh,
he
okay.
had ET trading cards, and they lost them in the 90s. I remember the card set that's from Topps, right? I don't know who has the license currently for Shogun Warriors, Robert. Like I said, originally it was with Popey. I don't know if Popey is still around, or if some other company took them
No.
over in Japan, of course.
Mhm. There's no new Shoguns line. Oh, Scooby is just trying to inspire them. He's trying to
He
speak
wants
it into the
Clash of the
atmosphere.
Titans too. That's another expensive line, the Clash of the Titans. They never even finished it
Oh yeah.
because that's what, Mattel, right?
Mhm.
Clash of the Titans, and they had other stuff planned, like they were going to do a Bubo figure, or like a half scale or toy of Bubo. Never did it. They canceled a lot of stuff and just went on. Those are very expensive figures, just like the Knickerbocker Lord of the Rings, based off of the cartoon special.
Mhm.
Knickerbocker did a line of those. Man, you can't find that stuff. It's so expensive, so incredibly expensive if you can find it carded. It is a bunch of lines like that. There's so many rabbit holes,
Really?
Yeah,
Shogun Warriors crossed over with He-Man years ago.
really.
Hmm.
I don't know if I don't
That's
think I
not
saw that.
surprising.
Saturday
Everything
morning.
crosses over.
I don't think I saw that. Well, I mean, if you got the Transformers crossing over with My Little Pony, there's the sky's the limit,
I
apparently.
can't believe that yet.
Yeah, well,
I never saw those though. I never seen them. I mean, I remember you showing them, but I never seen them in the stores to see what they actually look like. So I don't know. But I just can't imagine what's that gonna look like?
My Little Transformer.
I guess.
They don't transform though.
Oh, they don't.
No, I don't think they did. I thought they were just ponies that were painted up like Transformers. And I'm like,
That sounds kind of lame.
they should have made. Yeah, well, the whole concept is lame. It's about as lame as the transforming football helmets that I showed a couple of weeks ago.
I remember you showing
Yeah,
that.
and it's like you made Transformers that turn into football helmets. Give me a break.
They did a Skeletor Shogun Warrior toy.
That was. Oh no, you know what? Yeah, you're talking about Super 7. Super 7 did that Jumbo Machinder Skeletor.
Okay,
also-
that's what you're talking
They
about.
also did it with a couple of Star Wars characters and Batman, if I'm not mistaken. They did like a Jumbo Machinder Batman, which nothing I'm interested in. The only thing that Super 7 did Jumbo Machinder that I would be interested in having is the Mecha Godzilla, because it looks like it fits with the Mattel Shogun Warriors. It's the only one that really looks like it fits. Is the Mecha Godzilla, and it would be a good companion to the original Mattel Shogun Warrior Godzillas. And I've talked about that a few times. That's the only one I would be interested in. But the rest of them from Super 7, I don't care for.
Raccoon Eye says they bought the bow.
Star Ace made a life-size Bubo.
Okay, she
They
freaked out.
pre-ordered it. Okay.
Waited a year, but it was worth it, and met Harry Hamlin, and he signed it.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Mattel Creations did Shogun. Shogun Skeletor is sold out now.
Oh well. Yeah, not in my wheelhouse. Too modern for my taste.
I don't know what none of that stuff is, so I really don't care.
Oh, I've heard about those too.
What?
The Transformer He-Man crossovers
No.
that I saw in the stores, and it's like, oh please.
They're just getting like so bankrupt creatively.
Something I talked about in one of the recent roundups too. When you keep narrowing the field like that and it becomes too niche, you lose most of your audience. It's like that Yellow Castle Grayskull that came out with. That's when I mentioned it. It was like, yeah, okay, that's cute, but everybody's already got Castle Grayskull. How many Castle Grayskulls do we need? All right, you made it look like the concept art Castle Grayskull by repainting an existing one.
Yeah.
That the more you narrow that focus, the less attractive it is to the general audience, and then you don't sell the stuff. So, and then it ends up on clearance, and then if you really want it, you can pick it up for like 20%.
Yeah, Robert, that's the one thing that it kind of worried me. Batman is open domain now, so anybody can just kind of grab it. That's why you see him in Marvel stuff and Superman too. The one thing that I was worried about is that a place like Marvel or one of these other independent comic companies would take his character and just screw it all up and make it not the Batman everybody knows and loves. And that was my biggest concern. But yeah, I know that was a big topic when it was up for being open after it hit 80 years. It was kind of like a free agent. And you know, I had read a few articles about that and I was like, oh man, I hope they don't screw it up. But yeah, him and Superman, they kind of just move around a lot and do all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just hope it doesn't get weird. You know, that's my biggest thing. Oh, it's not public yet? Okay. I thought it went public already. Yeah. I know it's
getting
supposed
close.
to. Yeah, because probably as soon as it goes public, they're gonna do a horror film like they do with everything else that goes public. The first thing they do is a horror film. I saw those Goodwill furniture.
Oh, it
feet.
did a short. Yeah, they had the feet separate from the sofa.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did a short of it because I'm like, you got to be shitting me. And they had them priced separately too. And it's like, come on.
Come on. Was it like obviously for that piece
Yeah,
of furniture?
you know, the big like pieces with the screw top.
Yeah,
And they had a sofa laying on the ground in there, no feet on it. I was like, come on, somebody knows what this is.
So where was the feet in comparison to the sofa?
On the shelf, like a few aisles over, priced individually. You better really need them. Multiverse is there. Says,
hey,
can't wait to see
Multiverse,
what
how are
Mattel
you?
does with the DC line again.
Dick Tracy is public domain next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like when.
Well, what's his name? Spacey still owns the rights to it though, because he did that live action Dick Tracy film, and he's retained the rights to it all these years. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. All they're going to do is make some shitty horror movie out of it, like they do with everything else, like Popeye and whoever.
Yeah,
it's which I'm really tired of.
Yeah, as soon as something becomes public domain, the first thing they do is make a horror film. No, I don't plan on getting any of those comics. I mean, it is a handful of modern new comics that I get. Like right now, I'm getting the Batman Green Arrow question comic, and I'm reading that. But I'm not into Deadpool. I don't care too much for Superman. I mean, I have some Superman comics, but I don't need to like collect a full run. So no, I'm not gonna buy none of that. I'm good.
Yeah.
Is 2034? You sure is that far? Because it seemed like I saw something about it last year and it was gonna be public domain this year, but whatever. Only Purple Glove early Batman.
Saturday Morning says Nancy Drew is.
Yeah,
nobody remembers film. Nancy Drew though.
Yeah.
And Deggs says they did. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh
the horror film.
Blood and Honey. I don't want to see that stuff. It's like the cheapest, easiest thing you can do. It's no imagination whatsoever, just because you can. And then people will see it out of curiosity and then never watch it again. I'm not interested in that kind of crap.
Oh, Richard, I hope not. Richard says, I can see when Batman becomes public domain, a Batman horror film where he turns into Man-Bat.
So I guarantee you people already have scripts for that stuff ready to go. Ready to go.
They probably already got the actors picked out and everything.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's
He'll be
it's
gay or
pretty
something.
pathetic. Pretty pathetic.
I think public domain only applies to certain designs and descriptions, which
That's
is
why
why
they
they only.
constantly change appearances.
I guess
Yeah, you
maybe.
got to keep changing those costumes. Absolutely ridiculous.
For every Batman that comes out, they change his costume.
Yeah.
That's why the symbol always changes.
Legends wants a Godzilla tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
54
Okay.
Godzilla tattoo.
Okay.
Interesting.
I was seeing a lot of stuff about, switching totally, going over to music now.
Yes.
People are suggesting like dumping your CDs. Like if you have a lot of CDs, dumping your CDs. Oh wait, are you still collecting Man Thing comics? Yes, I am. But I have the Man Thing omnibus and I read the whole thing. So I don't really push too much for the actual individual comics because I have the omnibus and I already read it. But yeah, I see a lot of people talking about that now. Getting rid of your CDs and moving to vinyl. Well, or moving to some other form of listening.
Yeah, and then you got other people that are talking about that you should be getting CDs instead of vinyl. And I think they're pushing that because CDs are making a comeback. They get a section of them in Walmart now. So yeah, the CDs, they are bringing CDs back though. At least with vinyl, you can look at it and you'll know for the most part whether or not that record's going to play. You buy a CD, you never know. Even a brand new one might not work.
Yeah.
And we've had that happen. Where a brand new CD doesn't work or a brand new DVD doesn't freaking work. And because anything, temperature changes can affect the CDs and screw them up.
Yeah.
So there's that problem. Again, for the most part, you can eyeball a vinyl and 99% of the time you'll be right if as your guess, so like, okay, this is dirty, but it can be cleaned and it will work. CD, unless you have a resurfacing machine.
But you can only do that so much.
Yeah. And that doesn't always work either, because sometimes there can be a defect within the CD itself that can't be resolved with resurfacing.
And I've seen the CDs, I've got a few.
Yeah.
It's like whatever that film is on the back, it comes off and you can see clean through it. Like it's a mirror or something. I mean, not a mirror, but you can just like a piece of glass. And it don't work after that.
Yeah.
Dump streaming and get into physical media. I'm with you there, lad.
Yeah, because we always prefer the physical media anyway. That's why we have the DVDs, we have the vinyl records, we have the comic books and the regular books we have a library room. And always have the physical media because you never know. You can't trust with the streaming. And also, besides which, because sometimes when she's looking for new shows or whatever, and she was like, this looks interesting, I'm like, hey, listen, I've got that on disc. So we'll put that in queue. I'd rather watch it on disc than spend twice as much time watching ads. You get a show that's an hour long, but it takes an hour and 20 minutes, or it takes it 2 hours and 20 minutes to watch because of the ads.
It don't take that long.
It takes 5 hours to watch a half-hour show.
The reason I like this to stream it though is because it keeps track of where you are. Like if you got the DVD, sometimes we get messed up. Did we see this one? Did we see that one? You know what I mean? Then you got to put it on. You watch the first 2 seconds. Oh yeah, we saw that one already. Then you got to go to the
where that
one.
Can mess you up is when it's like a big box set and they skimped on packaging. Is like with the Gunsmoke.
Yeah, Gunsmoke.
She's got the Gunsmoke. It's 20 seasons, and they really skimped on it. And you open it up, and there's so many DVDs in each box. They've fallen out when you open it, and they've got them like packed. They got them stacked on top of each other in rows, and they're not marked. they're not properly marked. You could at least put a damn number on it, and it's easy to lose track of where you are with that.
That's one reason why, but I still like to have it though. But I like that on streaming it says, okay, you already watched all these, and then it says, it go to the next one. Then all you got to do is hit play, and then the next one comes up. Yeah,
because this is what we were working on. There's our setup, and we're going to do a video on it to demonstrate. But that'll be the new comic wall. And those are vinyl record cabinets that we built. So they're handmade, and she had wanted originally cabinets that made it look like you were in a retail store, so that you could flip through instead of just having, usually when you see vinyl records, they're lined up with the edges out, and you don't know what the hell anything is. You have to pull everything out and look. And she wanted to flip through like in retail. And so we have several of those. And then, we were wondering, okay, would this work for comic books? So yes, obviously, you can get 3 rows instead of 2 rows of vinyl records. You can get 3 rows of comics. And each of those cabinets holds the equivalent of 7 short boxes. And so that's what we did. So I actually cannibalized 2 vinyl record shelves and merged these all together. And that's the comic wall as it is right now. And that's what we were working on.
That's what we did today. So if you saw the short, that's what I was showing today. And
we'll do we got a video that'll come out that'll show this in better detail. And then I just need some dividers. There's not enough dividers in there. You see some weird gaps because there's supposed to be a shelf or a divider in between each to keep them separated. I couldn't do it at the time. I ran out of wood.
Yeah, because that's made, again, if you follow the directions, it's for records. So you'll only have 2 dividers, one at the top and one at the bottom. So because we did it that way, when you make one shelf, you only get 2 dividers. So you got to make extra dividers. So that's why it's like that. But yeah, physical media is making a comeback. I'm seeing that. And for a long time, you were seeing YouTube videos talking about getting rid of physical media.
Oh, they wanted you to dispose of everything.
Yeah, minimalistic lifestyle. Yeah, being this minimalist, and we don't have this and we don't have that, and we live in this tiny house and all of that. Nobody want to do that.
Like books take up space and stuff. And
let it take it
up. Like records take up space and stuff. And like, who needs to take up all that space and stuff and things?
We had a guy, he was young. He came over to our house to sell something. We was buying something. I don't know what we was doing. And he saw all the DVDs. And he was like, oh, my God, you have DVDs? I have like one. That scream everything.
Yeah, he has a DVD somebody gave him.
Yeah, he was like shocked. Like, he like stood back like, oh, my God, I never seen so many DVDs.
Yeah.
In my life. I don't keep that stuff. I scream everything.
And then if they decide you can't watch it anymore, guess what? It's gone. Like when you were watching Dallas, and the streaming app suddenly didn't have the license for Dallas anymore. So no more Dallas. Bye.
I know. So now you got to buy the DVD.
Yeah, you can't finish it.
Yeah.
And they do that to you. They do that to you all the time. We went through that recently because we got into watching vintage wrestling matches.
Oh, yeah.
We're watching 70s and 80s original wrestling broadcasts. And that was fun. And then one day, open the app up, they're all gone. And it's like, what the hell?
Because Netflix bought them all from Peacock. Oh, I was so upset. I was so angry because we were really into that and we had got it figured out to put them in kind of like in order.
Yeah.
Because you almost got to watch it in order so you can see when the heels turn baby face, when the baby face turned heel. So you got to almost watch it
Why
in
is
order.
this match happening?
Yeah.
Who
What are
did
they
this to
talking
that?
about?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was so sickening. And I am not, and I was like, oh man, I really want to get Netflix just so I can finish watching it.
Yeah.
But they ain't happening.
But no, we don't want to give Netflix any
They
money.
ain't giving
Screw
Netflix a dime. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm tempted because I do want to finish watching.
Because you know they have like
wrestling.
certain ones like the Madison Square Garden stuff, and then you've got the Saturday Night Main Event stuff, and you've got the SummerSlam stuff, and you can timeline it and figure out, okay, watch this one this time, and then watch this one that time. Custom wanted to know if they had Portland wrestling.
No,
I don't
everything
think so.
that we were watching was from the East. So you had a lot from Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Those were the main
Philadelphia
two.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
They had a bunch from.
Those were the main two. And then they showed, we were watching one, we started watching another one, and they were way smaller. I think they were like that Georgia circuit. Because it was like, they looked like they were in a high school gym.
You know what's really bad? The ones from Australia.
Oh,
that was fun. The one is late 70s Australia. I swear the ring couldn't have been 10 feet across, and it had the turnbuckles were massive. They were like sofa cushions. They were so freaking big, and the audience was like 3 rows deep. And I'm like, oh, these poor guys. They came all the way. They came all the way from the United States to go into the to get into the Australian wrestling, and there's like nothing there. And that like 80% of the audience was like 10-year-old kids, and they were all screaming and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful.
I hate Coco Beware. Coco Beware gets on my nerve because he got that stupid bird. And he always flopping around with that bird. And Dick Bruiser, that's the guy that got killed, right? Bruiser? Yeah, he's the one that got killed.
Sure aren't thinking about Brody.
Oh yeah, it was Brody. Never mind.
The one that got stabbed.
Yeah, the one that got stabbed.
But
Brody.
yeah, Beware. He's holding on to the talons on the parrot, and he's shaking his arm up and down, forcing it to flap its wings to maintain balance. And I'm like, that's kind of a dick move, actually, to torment the bird like that.
Yeah, I like the old movie posters. I wish I could find more, but then you buy them and you're gonna want to put it up.
That's expensive now.
But you know what is cool? On Tubi, they have Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, I think that's the name of it, Dark Side of the Ring. So they show some of like the not promoters, but executives from WWF, and they're in their room, and it's covered wall to wall, floor to ceiling. Yeah.
And they got like cabinets loaded with the promo magazines and everything. And I'm like,
like the tickets and the playbills and the posters. And I'm like, oh my God, if I got in that room, I'd take everything off.
Oh no.
But no, you can't. You can only put so much up. But I know I got a lot of posters I need put up.
Yeah, we do. We're still working on it. Still a work in progress.
But those posters are nice, and you can find them. They're expensive. And I looked on eBay for some of the magazines because they got the wrestling magazines.
Especially the Japanese stuff can get very expensive.
Hey, Austin Bird, how are you? Shows on a streaming platform expires once the rights is up.
Yeah, that's why it's better to have on disc. Any of these shows, because we watch a lot of them, a lot of those shows, all of that right behind where she is. Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring. Those are all like Saturday morning and after school programmings. You know?
Belly of the oh no, I was going to say Belly of the Ghost. It says Brelly Ghost. What's the story of the holiday figurines in the background?
Oh yeah, the
his Santa Claus collection.
What
is that?
What? It's anime.
Oh okay. I see it as a girl.
The the Santa in the center is actually like an 80s Woolworths store display. And they're all vintage pieces. The little fat one looking up at him is actually a 1950s plush Santa with a plastic face. There's a couple of blow molds in there, the Easter Bunny and the owl, which still work. The Easter Bunny is 80s and the owl is 70s. And then you see the plaque on the wall is actually a styrofoam. Do I need to get that one out? I know there's a couple of people that are scared of that one.
Oh no, don't get that one.
That piece is actually from 1950. So it's just a collage of like kitschy, vintage, holiday type characters and display pieces.
Now, see, we were watching, and I looked up Saturday Night Main Event in WrestleManias. I couldn't find it, but we were watching like WWF old school wrestling, Saturday Night Main Event, the SummerSlam, the WrestleMania. All of that stuff was on there.
Yeah.
And then it just got wiped away.
And that's the golden age, you know, from like mid 70s to mid 80s. Golden age of wrestling. Some of the most fun you can have with wrestling was right in there, and you could watch the development, and then you learn to appreciate other characters that you never really gave much thought to, like superstar Billy Graham, who, quite frankly, probably the greatest wrestler of all time. And reason being, everything that you know from modern wrestling, he developed and never got credit for because Vince McMahon buried him.
Yeah.
They had a falling out and Vince McMahon buried him. Mouthing off to the in the microphone and doing promo shots, Billy Graham. First bodybuilder in the wrestling ring, Billy Graham. Bringing managers out ringside instead of managers walking away after they escort their wrestler out, Billy Graham. And on and on and on. All the stuff that culminated into the 1980s to the golden age of wrestling and how wrestling is now started and ended with Billy Graham. No credit at all. None. And you can see him doing it. He was the first one to snatch the microphone and start running his mouth from the announcer. First one to bring a manager out and try to keep the manager at ringside. First one to encourage speaking to wrestlers before they went out into the ring. Billy Graham. He did all of that, and nobody even knows. It's crazy.
I remember the Von Erichs, and that's one thing
tragic.
You see.
All of that.
You see with the wrestling, and you start looking them up. That was a whole family thing, like the Von Erichs, the Harts, even The Rock. His whole family was into wrestling because his dad was a wrestler, and then he's part of the Samoans.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is a part of that. I mean, that stuff goes deep. You're like, man, their whole family, that's all they did was wrestle. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Von Erichs, that's the one where almost everybody got killed.
Yeah,
right?
And then Kerry, I think, was the last one, and he lost his foot. And he was wrestling with a prosthetic under his boot, and they didn't even know. It was crazy. Yeah.
Scooby-Doo says, I remember Billy Graham coming into WWF ring and thanking the deceased person whose organ he received. And
yeah, he had a lot of health problems, but he was the first sculpted wrestler, period, because he was a professional bodybuilder, used to train with Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he was in Mr. Olympia competitions and stuff. Before him, everybody was sloppy. Real sloppy. Even guys like who was it? Ivan Putski. Ivan Putski looked like a professional strongman or power lifter. He sculpted up afterwards in the 80s, but prior to that,
his belly was big. He would drink beer in the ring.
Really strong, but he looked like a big slob. They all did. They all big, sloppy, goofy looking guys. And he was the first one. He'd come out and he was ripped. And they were like, my God, his physique, I've never seen anything like it. They didn't.
Richard says, I used to like the Von Erichs, but found out the last living Von Erich, Kevin, back in the day was in the sports auditorium in Texas, picked up a saw blade and hit a stray cat and made him mad.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that was very bad.
I forget, Robert. I don't remember how many Von Erichs there were. I think there were 4 brothers.
The
Four
Von
brothers,
Erichs
yeah.
curse. Kerry really hit
the half foot really well, the way he wrestled in the ring.
He wrestled with a half a foot?
Yeah, they didn't know he had a prosthetic under his boot.
Oh my God.
He kept that hidden from everybody.
Oh, wow.
So that he could keep going. It's crazy.
The things they do to themselves and the way they cut their head up and everything, and you can see all of the scars in their head. And when you watch that show, Dark Side of the Ring, you know, no, they don't have on makeup. They're not all greased up. And you can see the cuts in their foreheads and stuff. And that even one guy, that black guy, what's his name? We saw him. And he was on the last one we saw.
Abdullah the Butcher.
Oh, they showed them stitching his head up. He cut himself so deep.
His cuts are some of the worst in the business. He really butchered it. No, we didn't think you were being a sarcastic, Ooby Dooby. He's reiterating about.
Oh no. Yeah. Billy Graham. I read some stuff about him, and he had really got some a hard time. I can't remember what the wrestler name is that had died. And right after he died, he already had his skit rolled up. So the guy died, and then he went out to do his thing like a week or so later and mentioned the guy, but it was already a part of the skit. He didn't change it, and people just took it the absolute wrong way. Like you're trying to take the limelight away from him. He just died. You're trying to get credit, and I can't remember who the wrestler was, but I read that. But the article I read told the whole story, and then when you read the whole story, you could kind of see, okay, I see what he was doing. It was just the wrong time. He probably needed to do something else. It just didn't come out right because the guy had just died.
Yeah.
Did it? Oh, okay. I like Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, the American Dream. A lot of them, their foreheads are butchered. Even if you look at the British Bulldogs, even when they first came to America, and they were still young, but you look at pictures of them, their foreheads look like tic-tac-toe boards. Some of them are just really bad at doing the jab of doing that cut. Don Morocco used to do it all the time. Well, he used to set it up in advance, Don Morocco, because he had his hair down, kind of like almost bangs. It's curly, but it was down over his forehead. And if you look carefully, sometimes you can see a Band-Aid under his hairline. And it's like, yeah, he already pre-did it. And at some point that Band-Aid will come off and his head will be bleeding. I guess he didn't want to do it in the ring.
Yeah, because he might mess it up.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you mess it up, and you gotta. It can get pretty ugly. I don't know. I don't condone that practice. You got to live with that. You got to live with that your whole life.
Yeah, your forehead look like it's all scarred up, looking like
some of them are really bad. Some of them are really bad.
Yeah.
Like, my God, your head. What the hell?
What were you thinking?
There was a guy called the Wizard, not the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, the manager, but another wrestler called the Wizard. It was like a big circle like this with like 1 million lines in it, and it was all swollen. Like it was the most bizarre thing. The most bizarre thing you've ever seen. Saturday Morning Monster, Andy Kaufman, when he called himself the world champions women's wrestler.
Because he would only fight women.
He would only fight women, and that was the gimmick, to draw Lawler out so that him and Lawler could get into it. And they really sold that too. When Lawler showed up on Letterman while Andy Kaufman was talking to Letterman, he slapped him so hard that he fell through the chairs. It's like, holy crap. But, you know, of course, Lawler will tell you even now, that whole thing was set up. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Jerry the King Lawler, everybody.
Yeah.
But anyways, we have got, actually, we need to have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. We want to just give a shout out, of course, to Stone Sour, to Rich, to Robert for making donations to the channel to help us out. I know most people that like to give donations to help us out with our felines. Much appreciated. We go through a ton of cat food, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it or not. Granny Smith is better. Granny Smith was injured, and she had a really, really bad cut on her back, and it got seriously infected. And so we had to get her treated, and she had topical and oral antibiotics, and she's better now. So again, thanks for helping us out. Very much appreciated. And hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again sometime soon.